Welcome back to Let's Stream Xenoblade Chronicles X. With me and Red for the Yahoo Com. On screen, I grinded everyone to level 10 and my class to level 10. What's so good about a class at level 10? Is this a pass? Yep. You get to use different weapons. Let's check. If we can equip a better weapon. I don't care too much about accuracy. I can't wait till I get Gatling guns. Only longsword? Let's check that to make sure elevator's ready. And use that. I may have picked a fight with a level 80 some foe. Off screen. I mean off stream. May have. I know when to tell it'll be time. Ooh, an achievement. Wish I could read what it is. Still best to show this for the scene.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, though. For a giant beach spaceship.
I think you're hearing from here.
We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
So it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on the Earth. We LA is our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we're adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home is gone, swallowed in a shroud of night. And our future is uncertain. We have no idea what fate may in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Name drop! Yeah, why not overwrite previous save data and align it in case there be a cutscene now? Which I so hope that there won't because my arm hurts.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
What?
Let's start with your living quarters.
Okay.
Brave citizens of Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more white whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General?
Part of my
Since when?
mission for the rescue and recovery
2 days
of
ago
all
now.
our brothers and sisters. I stand here
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, you'll be emperor by next month.
Rita? Gwen? Nice work out there, ma'am.
Oh god. A choice allowing me to scratch my itch. And also interest.
Rita Aquila, Gwen Evans. This one of the survivors, Colonel? The survivor. I only found a single pod intact in Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Arena. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwen.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces today, specifically the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Arena a lieutenant. Gwen was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here. You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the mams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen. All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel. Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Finally, the start of a new chapter. Dang it! Another cutscene. I find some way to annoy this. Nope. But maybe moving. No.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check with. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee, mechanic and top all-around fix-it-gal for Blade.
Let's look skeptical.
She's 13, and I know she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah, why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
She seems nice. And cute. Now we have a party of 3. And yeah, you see right. We're supposed to be level 5. But I say, why bother? Being the proper level. Let's actually progress. Due to there's only so much I can do by jumping around. During actual gameplay, I could actually go and get me something to drink and to let the game do the talking for you.
Not bad. You can see everything from up here.
Or maybe I can do it now.
The best place ever. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Duck and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, industry and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? It's pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district. I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, my NLA's getting a little. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, and more housing. Plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, and want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
We'll be in the commercial district a lot. And yeah, I'm back now. With me some strawberry and cream carbonated flavored water. Is there more cutscene to be
Enjoy
had?
your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lily Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Want to know who's my favorite character so far? Lynn. Can I? Not yet.
We did it! Over here! Hello. Shall we? Cheers. Good work. Nice. Oh no. Spare me. I really am sorry.
Please, 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 please. Just saying I had to sell those. Hmm.
Tell us first,
How do I progress? Is it I go this way? A landmark! Yay! A landmark that yields in a cutscene.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
What are the choices? So interesting.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest resident.
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Goose. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here. And he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Have any idea what supper will be?
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi.
Sounds
You may remember
delicious.
me as captain of the White Whale.
Sounds
Now I serve as Secretary
delicious.
of Defense here in New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time, at least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss. From the stasis?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Not yet another choice. How we ended up, info about Blade, info about registration. How we ended up.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. Maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there had been no Project Exodus and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the white whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
More information about Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization, different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the coalition military, so it's mostly formed of soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others: the search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The white whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis, all housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth: flight crew, maintenance engineers, and of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold, are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Now, ask about registration.
Yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Take a tour about the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elma to learn more about life as a member of Blade. How do I escape here? Every single time I enter this area, I never knew how to progress. That's a bed. Not what I want. I want to escape. There. Is this a cutscene? Should I rest? Or should I keep going?
Not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah, Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Clarify.
What?
What exactly
You don't remember what a scale
is?
That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without scale technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skell. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the tests. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
I'm gonna try to complete mission control board missions. No promises!
So this is mission control. We don't have have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updated. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout Console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey,
Where is the mission point? That way? Yep.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sort of. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying, you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
That's kind of another place where we'll be going a lot. Cutscene!
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Splendid.
Where is Quest? Cutscene!
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Bandom, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chusson, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
The mission was completed! Yes, I want to overwrite my save data. And now let's get to mission. The music is so good. And let's enter there. So the mission is fully done.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Miss Gould, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
I'm gonna agree.
You make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, she can start on your team. We'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right.
And this
Welcome to the Cool Kid
thing.
Club.
It's required by plot.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a minute. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called FrontierNav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Nero. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information on the planet.
Expanding that grid, filling in the blind spots, is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient path for the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The FrontierNav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white site. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it, east of the city.
And can get the East Gate out of the administrators, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probing collision procedure to you.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah, training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
Got mining probes. And a research probe. Kinda doubt that there's a cutscene immediately. Other way. Head on out the door. I don't think there's a cutscene yet either. But I'll prep. If I see the slightest hint of automation, I'm gonna tap.
I'm glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? I heard it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Both.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't going to install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Well, access the plane. How do I? Oh! It's the gamepad screen. Let me show you what it looks like. See that hexagonal screen? That's it. You'll want to target the lens of them and to be away from them when they belly flop. purposefully picking on this foe to help cleanse the level. Yeah, still kind of not fully recommended to take on them. But hey, I don't believe in reason. Especially when your foes are a bit high in power. At least compared to your allies. But hey, who said we need to roll out progress at the moment? Because there's a lot of stuff we may be able to get XP wise around the region of the base of the beginning of the totality of chapter 1. Such as a bunch of exploration. Really wouldn't recommend you not explore when you have a choice. Because hey, we just discovered the hangar landmark. And the restricted hangar entrance landmark. And we have so much good music. To us. And the Division Drive landmark. I would recommend you keep exploring. I'll be honest. I'm hunting for one specific part of here. That was in the tutorial. I'll know where it is when I see it. Here it is. Dang it. I need the plot. Ugh. Well, because it's a live stream, I can't cut that out to shorten the video. If I would have cut it. We kind of want to be a bit higher in the level territory. At the moment. Note, highly recommend you go ham on all foes you come by. So you can get more XP. And items. But let's actually... Oh boy.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius? Unless what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical Simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Siniculate, right? Usually we find one Simius standing over 3 or 4 Siniculate corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago. It was a couple of segments further out.
Could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, and will come here to feed, and who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing anything about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
They couldn't track it if there's no local code. We must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Let's kill it!
Whoa there. We're talking about a tyrant. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
All 3 of us can.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
Alright. Well, let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
A boss! In other words. Highly recommended to have absolutely everyone in the best gear you can. Plus 8 versus 3. Plus 7. Plus Hey. And the save of the game. Because we be taking on a boss. Yeah, it's considered a level 5. But it's still a boss. Judging by the music. The goal is beat it. Won't accept anything less for myself than to beat it. And look at its HP already. We beat it.
Awesome! Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Let's launch it ourselves.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And the installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See, at the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime we see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to
I may plan to probes in the future off screen. What did I get? Worn survival footwear. No! You don't normally want to engage giant creatures. Due to that, I can seriously take your butt and hand it to you off your body. Let's save it before I attack that young Rex. I like to take him out fast. And how I got my equipment mostly from young Rexes. Wow, music kicks in. Let's save before I show you something entirely insane for you to do. Level 81. Yeah! Don't take on the level 81 yet! I did that because, unlike logic, I don't believe in keeping my characters safe. Due to, right frankly, it's much funner to just send them out against stuff for no reason whatsoever, even if I know they can't win. Using the gamepad to see the game yields in me having better precision than if I don't. Where do I progress? Ah, there.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed, I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant way out of your league. On a training mission, no less.
Yep.
That was reckless. And goddamn magnificent.
Completed the story mission.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. You'll all excuse me? Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Get started or get more info? Let's get started.
You trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's going to be.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade in one of several different fields, helping to explore Mira or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the lifeboat and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, interceptors. You met Akerlof and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats, but only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigent that moves.
And you got your reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the white whale, among other things, that is, including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's got to be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Next, all right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the white whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're going to have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on the Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor, mediators. Lost cat, mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades and a people person. Someone with my charming personality, probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join?
Yes.
Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
I'm ready to choose.
Yeah, I am. We're on pins and needles here.
Let me check where they are. Perfect! It's at the top! Pathfinders, confirm.
Then it's settled?
Confirm.
Alright. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats. And welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
But I love to explore.
Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigent?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skeleton with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
What am I getting? Not too much, really, but that's a good amount of money. Now I'm able to fast travel. And how do I leave this place again? Not that way. Customization. Room colors. Dang it. I don't have orange. What do you call? What's in here? Nothing of the major. Nothing there I can use for escape. Finally, I'm in administrative district. Again. Truth be told, I have barely played Xenoblade Chronicles X. Don't even have an LP to go off of yet. Here. Let's accept a lot of quests. I may already have some completed. Any more new ones? Truth be told, I really love how this game winds up getting. Yeah? Yeah? Make sure they're all mining probes. That's not a shopping area for armor. Nor there is that. It seems like it could be. Um, that don't boost the no base stuff. That actually boosts range. Um, Nothing to boost range via head. The arm? Nothing. Legs? By one? And by two if I sail. Anything that's unique or rare, I'm keeping. Anything common is up for selling. And the prime I'm keeping too. Selling. Melee weapons. That's a common. Ranged. That's a common. 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 Commons. I love when the stuff I have is common. Because it allows me to make money. No precious resources, nor appendages fragments. Rare common. Rare unique, rare commons. Common. Rare common. Common, rare, prime, common, common, rare, common. Yet another common, rare, unique, common, 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 prime, unique, rare, prime, prime. Nothing consumable or important. Still don't have enough for that lovely +2 in total ranged attack damage and ranged attack. Let's see if I can get a better sword. That's 48. Easily. Better gun. Already, yeah. 14, 10, 7, 5. Well, might as well equip the good stuff for me. Now that I have better defense and all that, let's listen. And get a quest, but not yet setting it. Because we have some exploration to do. Which boy do I love exploring. Exploring really is one of my favorite things to do in games. And wow, 2 moons. Huh? Do I have to do this? Change that probe to a mining probe. And switch on over to gamepad display view. Because I prefer playing in gamepad looking over TV. I'm not a proper level for that. Someone leveled up. Spam the A button. And sends that probe to a mining probe. And jump, 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 and keep on jumping towards the arrow in the minimap. Because I feel it faster to jump than to run. While collecting all the pretty diamonds near. Spam the A button. And now change that. I fast traveled. To a mining probe. And now collect some items. And jump. Run into those. Jump. Jump into the water. And swim. And jump. 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 Jump into water and collect that. And swim. And jump. Constantly while running. And picking up some items. Along the way. Hey, I have a quest to take those out. So why don't we try and take him out? focusing on all its appendages. First, and take out the other one. Tried to down it, but failed. Destroy an appendage. Destroy another appendage. And take out the foe. And let Lynn heal. And take out this foe. Because it's a quest. Let's work on taking out this one too. And taking out all its appendages as well. Run! I know 10 times when I notice I'm doomed, it's too late. I'll go back in my... I don't think too far. As in, I think I still have the same amount of progress. Let's take it out this time. Huh. Look at how big those can be. Highly wouldn't recommend you take that phone. But then again, who am I to tell you anything about recommendations? Because I take on those for the thrill of it. Oh boy. Run around the threats and don't let them see me. Or my squad. More preferably, don't let them see me. They can aggro my squad, but not me. Dang it, I'm on the wrong side. This, I think, is the west gate. Yep, it is. The west gate. I need to circle around for best taste. Scenario for us. No one watching yet? No one watching. Let's circle around the other way. Because I don't like the idea of swimming there. Yet. Because you can't fight in open water, but fish can. knew I was circling the wrong way. Considering there's a level 30 some foe in this region. That can actively target me. Someday I'll beat you, turkey. Want to know what I'd really like to see someday? There be another game that is the Xenoblade Chronicles series. But said the game takes place on the Titans of the first game of the series. I'm almost at safety. Just need to do a bit more running, and I'm at safety. Moreoverly, I can turn in that quest. Let's run! 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 And where is she? Not there, or there, or there. Ah, there! It was a walk in the park. Confirm. However, looking at the time and the charge, I'd say now's the perfect point to call this stream. I know, we're just getting into the fun stuff. But how can we keep getting in that fun stuff if you won't let me grind off stream? Huh? We can't. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, as always, keep it joyful! And the game's fully open to us adventurers now.